Hi everyone, welcome to Ethernal Realms. We're going to see here what your person's deepest desires are towards you. We have pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Make sure to choose your pile with your intuition, and if you're not really sure how exactly to go about doing that, you can always visit the video in the ribbon above. And once you've made your choice, you can go to the timestamps in the description box in the comment, and we can start with your reading. Hi Pal 1, welcome to your reading. We'll see what your person's deepest desires are towards you. So the first card we have here is the Six of Wands. And that's really lovely because Six of Wands talks about adoring you, appreciating you, putting you up on a pedestal, kind of celebrating you. This is the card of celebration and joy and being appreciated for whatever you are and whatever you've done and so on and so forth. This is also a social media influencer card, so they kind of see that you are a little bit out of their league, but they, there is they see you as out of their reach a little bit, kind of above their standards. So that only increases the amount of adoration and appreciation they have for you. They would want to shower you with their affection and to make you feel like a celebrity or a royalty, something of that sort. They definitely carry a flame for you, if that's something in your mind. Yeah, and there is a feeling of honor to get to know you as well. Like they feel honored to have met you, to be talking to you if they are talking to you, or to share a bond with you. It's an honor for them. They respect you as well. Okay, let's get some more cards. We have the Lovers. Wow. This is like no doubt. They really like you. They can love you even, depends on how long ago you've met and what type of connection you share. But this is finding a soulmate, or feeling as though you are their counterpart and that you can help grow each other and balance each other, and they would like to be with you and exist in that harmony with you, to share a very deep connection with you where you can have a heart-to-heart, one-on-one type of relationship. That's something that they're desiring. Also, companionship. This is like counterparts, meaning what? Like you really share even the most embarrassing parts of you, and the things that you don't like about yourself, even that you're able to talk about with your partner because you feel safe and secure with them. So they want to have this bubble around you too, that it's just you and me, and we can share whatever we want to share with each other without any holds barred, basically, right? Just be very, very open and honest and have that wonderful harmony existing between the two of you. Easy flow, easy communication, where things just happen and you don't really have to force it. It's just the way that things are supposed to go. That's what they're wanting as well, like no hurdles in between, not at least right now. It doesn't mean that they will not go through any hurdles with you. It's just that when they're getting to know you and when they're with you, they want to be enveloped in that vibe of just you and them and you, the two of you together. Also, making love and all of that, that's of course like implied. You can see them. You can see how they are. So physically showing you appreciation as well, that's something. And you are their top priority all the time. Look at how he's looking at her, right? Really focused on the person, looking into their eyes. It's not about objectifying in any way. It's not about just a physical desire, not at all. It's in every level that they want to feel connected with you. Okay, then we also have the Sun. So they feel very happy and cheerful, so they want to have really good times with you and have fun and make jokes and just, playing games, teasing, in a very childlike way, just, having fun, laughing together, and celebrating, being exuberant together, going out for a picnic, or it can be very little things, taking a walk in the park, or whatever you enjoy, basically. But the point is that you enjoy things together. That's something that they really want. And to cheer you up, and you have them cheer up when they are low. But there is that, like, let's have good cheer, let's have good times, and they have very positive intentions towards you. We already saw that, but it is, explicitly mentioned with the sun here. There is a magnetism as well. They want to feel like, I'm getting something here. Something with the sun, spotlight. They want to, again, I'm getting the whole, they want to be enveloped, like you are the star in their eyes, and they should be the star in your eyes. Something like that. So you're very much absorbed by each other, and you can't help but want to be with each other all the time, basically. Yeah. With the sixes as well, this talks about harmony. Very nice that that's there. You might be seeing sixes a lot when they're around, or when you're interacting, when you're thinking about them, things like that. Okay. And we also have Three of Cups. So this is again talking about companionship, having a very good friendship and bond, and you can share with each other your emotions, your thoughts, and you can get through things together. You might have met through friends, or they want to first be friends with you in order to build a good foundation for both of you, and then proceed to anything more. They don't seem to be in a huge rush, even though the desire is very strong. Okay, so it's like I have to do it right in order for this lovers type of interaction to come to fruition, right? I've heard some people mention that Three of Cups can be a third party thing. I would not perceive it as that, though, but it might resonate for some of you that, it could be a third party situation. But regardless of that, like, when you're in love, you're just in love, right? It's not about the practicality portion. So their desire for you is really strong, but they might be, going really slow because it might hamper your other relationships, be it with, your friends, or with a partner you have or they have, or any other complications in between involving someone else. Right? So they're not trying to rush anything, but they definitely want something very easy flowing and easygoing and loving and supportive and harmonious between you two. Okay, they can't help but be pulled in your direction. So it makes sense that I felt a little bit of the far away thing, like you're a little bit out of their reach at the moment. Normally I would say that if I had gotten the star card, but somehow I got the same feeling for the Six of Wands in this case. So if there are some complications, so this harmony that they so desire looks very out of reach, right? So all they can do is admire you from afar. By the way, if you're interested to, know what exactly they admire about you, what do they find attractive about you, then you can visit one of the videos that I have made. It's there on my channel. If I remember, I will also link it in the ribbon. If not, I will link it along with the timestamps, okay? If you're interested. Okay, let's see if Pile 1's person, what do they desire from Pile 1 viewers? What are their deepest desires? Okay, one flew out. Let's see, we have grow. It's really funny, because before I started shuffling, when I just thought of doing a reading right now, and it's morning here, I just had my coffee, I was thinking, I will get the grow card. It would be funny if I get the grow card. I just kept thinking that, like, I thought of it like a couple of times. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought, yeah, haha, it would be interesting. But we are getting the grow card. So they want to grow with you. They want to grow through the connection, through your relationship, through the ups and downs, you guys balancing each other's through, through the struggles and through the happy times. They just want to keep growing with you, and also they want your connection with them to keep evolving every day, or as however often you guys interact with each other, in whatever way that you do interact. Okay, so they want to keep growing with you, be with you, evolve, change themselves, realize more things about themselves, which helps them, get out of their own comfort zone and basically, become a much better version of themselves, right? It is not to say that no one is perfect and blah blah blah. That is a different topic, but there has to be a constant state of evolution for every single person here. That's why we're here, and that's what we are trying to do anyway, right? Perfection is just an ideal state of being that we try to reach, but it doesn't really truly exist unless we keep at it, unless we strive towards and something like that. So their view of you being so ideal, it doesn't mean that you have no flaws for real. It's just that they feel as though whatever flaws you have are, so negligible compared to the light that you shine, right? So they want to learn from you, they want to understand that, they want to process that, they want to, and even if they are not doing that intentionally, even if it's more of a subconscious thing, they still gather a lot of information from the way that you behave or the way that you deal with certain situations. It can be something emotional as well, or how you tackle the outside world, how you preserve your own sense of self-image and self-worth, and how you interact with friends and close relationships, etc. They learn a lot of that from you, and they intentionally or unintentionally absorb some of that within themselves. Okay, so they want to keep doing that. They actually have that very soul's desire to keep driving themselves to keep learning from you, especially in this case. Okay, let's see more. What are pile 1's person's deepest desires from pile 1? Pile 1's person's deepest desires from pile 1. Okay, we have, there you go, we have Scorpio. Scorpio is all about transformation. We kept getting that. And Scorpio is also very magnetic, and the physical attraction can be very high, but it is always paired with a very intense soul connection as well. Scorpio isn't flighty at all because it's a fixed sign. So once it is emotionally attached, it is very, very deeply emotionally attached. That's why it first has a solid exterior, so it needs to protect itself from all the hurt that it can feel. But once it starts trusting someone and opening itself up, they're like very soft and tender, and that's something. And also it talks about transformation and change, right? So evolution is something that is very inherent to this connection, they feel. And harmony is not a perfect state of being, right? They want to achieve harmony, but it means that when they are going through a low state, then you are able to compensate for that and uplift them. And when you are going through a very low period in your life, they are able to uplift you as well, right? So in all cases, you're positively transforming each other's mindsets and emotional well-being by interacting with each other. So there is a very deep and intense connection that they want to feel with you. Okay, it's not just a physical activity for Scorpio, for anything. Everything has if something is worth doing, it has a very deep emotional attachment to it as well. But the drive is so much that you might not see it outright. It's very misunderstood in that sense, actually. But because it's a water sign, emotions are definitely a massive part of it. And also Scorpio can point to situations when feelings are repressed, and there are like deep oceans and a lot of emotions that are underneath the surface that needs to be controlled, and that it cannot get out just yet. So if it is a third party thing, then it is more of like admiring you from afar, but in the meantime, being a very good friend to you or being a very nice companion with you first. But in the meantime, they are having to repress the deeper desires that they have, right? So it can point to that. Doesn't mean that it will never come out. It's just that it takes a bit of time to, get comfortable and really trust the whole process, and to really understand and know that this is going to be harmonious, and that it's not just an illusion in their head, right? And we also have Aries. So this again talks about passion and activity, any type of action, right? So they want to come towards you, they want to take you out as well, on dates, and show their appreciation towards you. They really like that you are your own person. They're not ones for codependency. Okay, that's really interesting, because I haven't thought of it like that before, but that's very nice. I was getting something else. Yes, they are able to isolate a lot of intensity versus codependency. They have a good boundary, they have a good understanding of the difference between the two, and that's very important, really, right? It's like you need to be your own person even though you are in a relationship, because that's the only way you can function as a couple, where you like I said, through the thick and thin, through the ups and downs, you kind of balance each other, you temperament, you're tempering each other throughout the process, while also being very intensely connected. Both of them are very, very intense. They would like to be, completely straightforward and come towards you. That's something that they really desire, to just, forget about all these complications and just come towards you and wrap you up in this very loving bubble, and you both just share that and have these really happy times in the years ahead, and just get to it already. I feel that there is a bit of impatience, but yeah, the Scorpio side of them kind of holds them back a little bit, like, not time yet, not time yet, not time yet. I know you want to do it, but it's you need to keep growing. This applies in case that you're not already together, and you have some complications going on. Meanwhile, if you are together or have a very clear-cut, trajectory of where things are going, then this is just that they're not yet ready to trust, because Scorpio does take a bit of time, even though there is a side of them that just wants to, get ready already, trust already, let's just go and get something started here. So there is a push and pull that's happening in between them, but the motivation and the inner desire is to come towards you in both cases. Okay? That's very nice. Okay. Pile one's person. What do they truly deeply desire towards pile one? What are their deepest desires? Oops, that's a lot, many parts. So pile one's person. What are their deepest desires towards pile one? All right. We have cozy up with risk. That is again the Aries thing. So again, in some cases this is a risky connection. If you have already a partnership with someone else, then it can be like, that is like playing with fire, and everything will be complicated, and so many people will get hurt along the way, and so on and so forth. But take a risk, because they really feel as though you might be the one, and they want to explore that. But is it a risky move or not? Like, is it too risky maybe? Is it stupidly risky maybe? There is that whole thing going on in their head. But they really want to take that leap. They want to take that chance. And also, risk is associated with fire and passion. And, like, the desire is just so much that they don't mind taking that leap. So, yeah, we're talking about deepest desires. This is plenty. And we have get back to elemental. So they also want to get to know you. I will switch these around, actually. I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to leave this here. Get back to elemental is about getting to know you, get to know the basics, don't rush through anything, build a solid foundation before you can get to the, desirous portions, basically. Right, the passion will follow, and it's not going to get lost along the way, but it will be a lot more sustainable if you are able to build a solid foundation or a connection with the person, right? Then we have change maker, make waves. So this again talks about transformations, and they do want to change the relationship that you have at the moment. So if you're not together, then they want to, be together, basically do something that makes it much more explicit or comes towards you in a more definite way. And also personal transformations, if that needs to be done, like if they're feeling as though they're not worth you yet, then they want to work on themselves first before they make their move towards you. So they need to grow and transform, make certain changes within them before they can be with you. And if they're already with you, then this is talking about again, they want to get it to a much deeper stage. They want to have a more intimate connection with you. It can be also wanting to move in together. Yeah, things like that. But in either case, there is a deepening of the connection within and also together. Okay. Trying to see if I'm getting anything else from these cards, because then I will move on to the charms. Make waves. And they want to make like long-lasting changes. It's not anything flighty at all. So that's always a great sign, right? Okay. Let's move on now. Pile 1's person's deepest desires for pile 1, please. Okay. Oh yeah, we have Saturn. Saturn is about discipline and abiding your time and don't rush through anything. But with these starry eyes over here, that makes me feel that, again, like they have this idealistic, their eyes set on you, and to them, you're like the star in their eyes again, but they restrain themselves with the ring here because, yeah, it's of the reasons that we talked about, basically. Then we have the 4-leaf clover. That's like, it's luck and longevity. They want that type of luck with you. They feel as though you are prosperous and abundant for them, that you yourself are very abundant, and that your connection together would flourish very much. That's what they want. That's what they seek, and they want to be a lucky charm for you as well. Again, it's just they want it to be all very well fitting and flawless, and they feel like it is very possible. They want it to be very possible, at least, and that's why they're even daring to dream, and they're daring to desire all of these things that we're talking about, right? I was getting something else. They're hoping for a luck to be on your side, on both of your side, in favor of you guys being together. That's also there. So if there's some, again, complication going on, they're wanting that it kind of sorts out by itself, because they don't want to be pushy in any way, right? They don't want to force anything to happen, because it has to naturally flow, it has to naturally fit, otherwise it's not going to last. And more than wanting to be with you, they also want it to last, right? Oh, we have the butterfly. That again talks about changes, transformations, personal growth, rebirth, getting out of your safety zone and exploring the world, and just feeling light and free as well, like the sun card here, like just flit about. It's summertime, and let's enjoy the flowers, enjoy the little things in life. And these little things in life come for a very short period, so appreciate them as and when they're there, right? So they want to appreciate every little moment that they are with you in a very complete sense, and that can only happen when both of you are aware of your feelings for each other, and you can fully come together, and so on and so forth, right? So they want to feel that free and boundless and happy and cheerful and free. We talked about free, but that's really coming very strong here. And that growth can happen by first gestating, by first going through that transformation, building through, working through in a very slow sense through the caterpillar, which builds the cocoon that is the safety net like we talked about in the Scorpio, right? They have a hard shell first, but then they open up, and then they're very delicate, and then they're very loving and very nurturing and kind and caring and so on and so forth, right? So they want to break out of that cocoon as well, and they want to be free and boundless with you. And we also have the tiger here. So tiger, very related to, all the big cat family, very ferocious and passionate and fierce, and they are very courageous and brave, and they really want to pursue you, right? The wooing and the pursuing, they so much want to do that. But like I said, there is a bit of restraint, but they actually really want to come towards you, and they don't want to have anything holding them back. That fierceness, they don't want to damper to that. If once they start chasing, they're gonna get you. That there's that type of vibe. There's an ambition, and if they don't feel as though their ambition can come to fruition, they're not going to rush yet. They're going to restrain themselves. They're going to work on themselves. They're going to work on your connection and relationship before they can make sure that yes, now the road is clear. Go ahead and pursue. Okay, that's what I have for you, pile 1. I really hope you enjoy. This is a really positive reading. I wish you guys best of luck, whatever your situation is, right? If you enjoy the reading, do like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comments below. Feel free to check out any of my other videos. They're all there on my channel, all different genres. You can see whatever you like. But until next time, take care. Bye. Hi pile 2, welcome to your reading. We'll see what your person's deepest desires are towards you. So the first card we have is the Strength. It talks about a lot of latent heat between the two of you. They want to explore that a little bit, actually quite a lot. But they're keeping their passions in check. But they do have a very internal, ferocious, kind of animalistic pull towards you as well. But they keep it, under the radar because perhaps it's not the right time or the right connection yet, or there are some other complications along the way, which is, unique to your situation. But it is still like they're very pulled towards you, so they will keep interacting with you, but they can't really express it fully in that animalistic raw sense or the primal sense yet. Okay, so they tame it down and they express a more gentle type of side to them, which is not a fake thing at all, but it is a version of them. And if they had a very good shot at you or a chance with you to be with you, then they would show this animalistic side a lot more. Still, I would not say that anyone ever goes extremely raw unless you yourself are that type of personality. Then in that case it kind of resonates, and people are able to be that feral, but not always necessarily does it have to come out in that much of a raw sense. So before your imagination goes places. Okay, they also want to build a very strong and solid foundation with you. So it's not just about that, but also that their heart is kind of set on you. They do like you. Okay, and it can be like having a very intense crush. That's as well some situations where the Strength card comes in. Their heart is set on you. They want to feel like your bond is strong. Like eventually, this is like step by step. They feel all of these things, and they would like all of these things in a very ideal situation where it was just you and them, and there was nothing much in between, no complication in between, right? Okay, next we have the Judgment. Judgment is a very sincere card, and this is about following soul's calls and wishes. So they do feel very inherently drawn towards you, and they themselves might be a little bit confused as to why they are feeling so magnetized towards you. Why do they feel so inclined to you? Okay, it feels almost fated in this case, right? So they believe in the timing, or they believe in the future. Some sort of belief has to be a part of it, and they based on that belief, basically they want to come towards you in the future, and they're hoping that things kind of align in a very again, fated way. They're trusting timing and place, basically. It is their wish to, connect with you in a very soulful sense as well. So the strength card that I was talking about, that they want to build a solid foundation. They want to, when I say solid, I mean through the soul, like really, really get to know you and then have that solid foundation built. Yeah. There's just that a very strong pull. They can't kind of help it, so they lean into it and they allow it to happen. So they're coming towards you in a restrained way, of course. You can't, in the Judgment card, yes, you do follow your soul, but it's not like you're losing your ego, right? So you have the human side of you, so they have their more internal desires there, but they are not going to react to that. They're going to tame it, and that's the point of the Strength card as well, right? You're able to restrain yourself when restraint is necessary, right? Yes, so I'm feeling more of a slow and steady pace, and it would be getting to know you a lot, but the desire is a lot, okay? And they really want to come forward towards you. And if for some reason you are not able to come into contact, or that again, there are some type of complications, then this is trusting in the timing, in the divine nature of things and how things play out, believing in signs and synchronicities, things like that, and hoping that, those things are going to lead you guys together. Yeah. Okay, we also have Page of Pentacles, so this again talks about getting to know you, but in a slow and steady fashion. This can be, this talks about trainees, internships, and student. So there is that learning phase, the growth phase, and development stage of things. There is the wanting to explore, but also wanting to savor at the same time. So each and every moment that you spend together, they want to feel very earthy and grounded with you. There is more of a sensuality to the Page of Pentacles as well. There is that jovial nature, of course, like there is the fun and exuberant side because it's not yet the Queen or the King, but at the same time, they follow the same template as the Queen and the King. So there is a groundedness and slow and steady. Take your time, get to know each other, and build a solid foundation and work on things so that, the future is not rocky and so on and so forth. So there is an exploring nature. They might be curious about you. They have questions, but they're not going to, keep yapping. They're not going to fire questions at you. Right? They will get to know you slowly and steadily, one by one, as and when the situations present themselves. So for example, if you're having a meal in some place, let's say in internship or traineeship or some cafeteria somewhere, I don't know, but if that is happening, then they get to know your choices, right? What do you prefer? Do you have any special requests and things like that? So these are the little things that make you a lot more human. It makes it approachable for them, so they're not putting you up on a very high pedestal or something that you're very, very far away and that they cannot reach you perhaps, but rather they want to savor each moment, each step of the whole process, and get to know you one by one. So there is no rushing quality to any of this, except for their inner desires that they really want to come towards you. And when they come towards you, they're not going to push anything. They're not going to force anything. That's really nice, right? So very awesome self-control, and they will not make you uncomfortable in any way whenever they approach you, or if they are already approaching you. This is their method, just going with the opportunities that are presented to them. They will make things happen. I'm not saying they don't take initiative, not at all. They will take initiative, but it's not pushy, and they make it real slick, actually. That it's very smooth, it's very well done. That's what I'm saying. Like it feels wholesome, it feels appropriate, and like you can so easily be another human being with this person, and they are another human being with you. It just feels all natural. Pentacles is related with nature, and the Judgment is, you know, being your most true self, your most natural self as well, right? So the connection feels natural. That's what they want. Okay, and we also have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, this is talking about fated events, so they feel as though you and them, they wish that you guys are fated to be together. They don't really know the future, right? So they wish that, you know, things work out, or that things start turning in your favor, and that, you know, synchronistic events happen, and that you just basically one day are together, right? It would be nice if things, you know, kind of worked out. That's the thought process, I believe. Okay, we'll get you some more cards. Pile 2, please. What are pile 2's person's deepest desires towards pile 2? Also talks about changes, so, but it's more about things, external things shifting in your favor, such that they are able to come towards you. Yeah. Also, the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter, and the Judgment, for some reason, it makes me feel like they want an expansion with you, a growth, an evolution rather, with you. Okay. Pile 2's person's deepest desires towards pile 2, please. Okay. Good. Many cards for you. Okay, we have complete full moon. We have waxing gibbous, finalize. And we have grow, first quarter. Yeah, we talked about growth. This is, both of them are also talking about, they want to just reach that stage already, you know, for things to shift and for you to be together and be so fulfilled. And there is an overwhelm type of feeling as well within them, that's more referring to the Strength card. And anything that is soulful and anything that is related with spirit, any tug that you feel from spirit, is always going to be very wholesome. You can't ignore it. When you feel a certain nudge, you are going to listen to it. It's just that true. It's just that deep. Okay, so full moons can be a very emotionally heavy time. They can bring a lot of emotions to the surface, yeah? So it can be a very releasing experience. It can also be a very fulfilling experience, right? Depends on, you know, what's going on. But they want just, you know, the problems to kind of lift themselves and things to get out of the way so that they can feel that type of fulfilled. And at the moment, it's just within them, that type of overwhelm that I'm talking about. It's very much within them. And with the finalize, again, the similar thing as the complete that I was getting is just do the work on the finishing touches and get to know each other enough so that you can already, you know, start changing your dynamic, and you can get together and grow more and learn more about each other. It's not going to be a what was I saying? I was thinking about the dating part. I feel like they would just want to be a couple with you already. But throughout the process, like, it would not, the relationship itself would not rush. They still want to get to know you, even if the label that you guys have changes. Okay? So, yeah, they have really good self-control. You might be, that's why, very curious about what's going on in their heads, because they don't make anything very explicitly clear. And this, again, shows that. Okay, we'll get you some more cards. Pile 2's deepest desires. Pile 2's person's deepest desires for pile 2. We have midheaven, individuality, career, goals, and public life. Again, you could have met at work or are at work at this time, and internship, traineeship, etc., junior position. Or you might be learning something and you like someone there and you're not really sure if that's appropriate or not. I'm sorry. They are feeling as though, it's not appropriate in some way. That's also when the strength card can come in. So take it as it resonates. But they want to, regardless of whatever the situation is, they want to kind of achieve you, to reach you and be with you. That has become somewhat like a goal for them, not in a negative sense, but just that you are part of the future that they envision, at least in the foreseeable part. I'm not saying a lifetime's worth. I would not promise that, of course, not yet, but unless you guys are already together, in that case they're realizing that you are the one, and that they want things to change, and they have a lot more to express and they want to do that, but they also restrain themselves and they want to go through things gradually, right? In that case, the goal would be to really have that you're the one, and that really reach that final step of your relationship, depending on what stage you're at. Okay. But otherwise, yes, to get you is something of a goal of theirs. And we also have the 5th house, so that's all about dating, flirting, romance, teasing, the fun stuff, to do something with you together. So get involved in some type of class or course or activity, some hobby. It can be anything creative. It can be even like if you share a love for the same genre of movies, then they would want to watch all the movies of that genre, basically, right? So share some interests with you and get to know your interests and likes and dislikes, things like that. So that's something more of a focus point. For most of you, I'm feeling as though you're not already together. So this is still like the beginning stages and what they would like to explore. And also 5th house is associated with Leo, and Sun rules Leo. All of them are very childlike at heart, and they want to have childlike fun with you, like with the Page of Pentacles. It talks about picnics. For some reason I feel picnics. They might like food a lot. Yeah, these are some random things I'm getting. And with Leo, they have a big heart, and yeah, they have their heart set on you, but Leo also has that very fierce side, right? It's ruled by the lion. So I don't know, the strength card reminds me a lot of that, but they are expressing that in a very romantic way rather than in a super heavily passionate way as of now. Doesn't mean that they don't want to express that. They of course do, with the strength there, and the romance and the love part over here with the 5th house. Okay, 5 close persons, deepest desires for pile 2, please. Persons, deepest desires for pile 2. Oh, there you go. You are epic. This does not need to be explained at all. But the yellow is again very fiery, so that's associated with passion again, and also ambition, and they want to have the courage to come towards you, but they feel like you're such a beacon that they're wanting to come towards you anyway. We also have collaboration of souls. This is to me related with the Lovers card. But this talks about harmony and flow, and both of you kind of working as a very nice team and building that companionship, basically, of you. They would, if you are in a workplace setting, then the way that they would try to approach you would be through project groups or through some common workplace project team build a nice cooperative vibe with you, things like that. One more card, please. Oh, we got 2 more. And you as well got cozy up with risk. So they want to take a chance if it is a very sticky or a messy situation in some way. Or if there are some complications, they still want to take the risk because the fire is too much. They are feeling very much drawn towards you, very passionate towards you. So they want to come towards you basically, even if they might also not know what exactly is going on in your mind, or how much you would be interested in them, etc., etc. They would still take a shot and make some strides towards you. And we also have unstick the stuck. So yeah, they're really not liking the current dynamic, and this is very appropriately placed underneath the grow card. They want to stop all the blocks and get rid of that, and just start moving towards it, towards you. They don't want to keep holding themselves back so much, needing to hold themselves back so much, right? They don't want this sticky, messy situation if there is one. And also, if you guys are in a relationship and it is feeling kind of like a rut, then they want to get out of this very stable type of feeling, slowly but surely. Okay, and that's because they think that you're actually really amazing, and they would really want to be with you and kind of share your vibe basically share their vibe, and just have that very nice harmony going on, where you can cooperate and get together and get along with each other and have fun together as well, right? Okay, we'll get you some charms. Pile 2's persons, deepest desires for pile 2. Oh, nice. I'm hearing go to the deepest end. That's where you'll find their charms. Okay, we have the key over here. I'll just place it. Yeah, we have the key. So they want to unlock the whole unstick the stuck logic that we got. And we also have the sea turtle. So they are really slow on land, which is not really their element, but water is their element, and that's where they really swim. So they want things to flow better and glide along, and it's kind of like the earth kind of slows the turtle down. It's a heavy element, right? Meanwhile, water is a lot lighter as compared to earth, obviously. So they want to get to a point where these heavy things or sticky things are not there, and that they can, whenever they want, kind of come towards you easily and be with you. And turtles are as well really friendly and very chill and steady again, so it just feels very comfortable. They want things to be organic and feel very natural for you as well. That's very nice. But once they get like a clear idea of what they're doing, where they want to go, and what type of relationship they would want with you, and also what you want, and once they're also comfortable with the way that they're learning about you and they like what they're seeing, then they're going to move along a lot faster. We have the Saturn thing as well, so this one as well, pile 1 got. But this talks about, again, they're restraining themselves, like the Strength card, but they have their eyes set on you. They know what they want, but they're just making sure that the intentions are right and the method is right and that it's not uncomfortable, and so on and so forth. The other principles and values are kind of getting in the way also, but they are necessary to know and get down before making any steps forward, because you need to think some things through, and then you go for it so that no one's hurt, including themselves, and it doesn't get messier and messier, right? So there is that restraint, but it is necessary for now, because it turns you into a wiser being, and you're more thoughtful about other people and yourself, and you're thinking more rationally as well, right? Makes sense why we got the Strength card there. Okay, we have a cat as well. So we got the Leo thing with the 5th house, and we also got the ferocious thing with the with the strength cards. A lot of cat energy already. So they are independent people. They want to treat you very independently as well. So they're kind of getting to know you in a little bit of a sneaky way. Okay, not negative. It's just they want to be smooth about it, and but at the same time they have a very an internal intensity to them that they're trying not to express. But you can see it in the eyes. Okay, sometimes you can see it in the eyes. That's what the cats are all about. Just when you look at them, I don't know, I at least get a very intense vibe from them, possibly because I'm a Leo as well, but I don't know, perhaps. But yeah, cats are associated with that. And also they're very observant. They want to observe you more, they want to learn you more, they want to understand you more, right? And learn the little tells, basically, like your reactions and your expressions and things like that. They just observe you a lot. Okay, and we also have the starfish, so that's about rebirth, renewal mostly. You also being very flexible and learning about you again. I feel more of that, and they know that they would get attached to you if they were to be with you, and it makes sense why that would also be a reason to hold themselves back. Even the turtle has a hard shell, but it's actually such a softy inside, right? So they want to have a very soft relationship with you, but they also want to exercise their personal sense of boundary to keep themselves safe and so on and so forth, but they simultaneously want to be very soft and gooey with you. Okay, it's just that it's not time yet, but that is something that they're really desiring, and that would be replenishing for them. They would renew themselves, any bruised and hurt parts of themselves that they want to grow out of it, and they want to become whole again within themselves, to be a wholesome partner for someone else. Okay, that's also something they want. So there is a bit of that personal growth and transformation that's happening that needs to finish up and get done before they can do anything about things. It can be that they're looking for a job, and after they have a job they can feel stable about themselves, and that's when they would come towards you, etc. There's a whole bunch of reasons how this might manifest, but that's not the point. Take it as it resonates into your situation. It's a general read, of course, and yeah, tarot doesn't really get very mundane with everyday professions that we have. But anyway, regardless of that, I really hope you enjoyed pile 2. That's what I have for you, and if you liked, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, of course. And if you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comments below. Feel free to check out any of my other readings. They're all there on YouTube, and there are plenty of different genres, so pick and choose whatever you like. But until next time, I will see you. Take care. Bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. We'll see what your person's deepest desires are towards you. The first card we have here is the 8 of Cups. I'm gonna shuffle for clarifiers because this one always kind of confuses me, because they are leaving something behind, an old chapter, some type of emotional wounding, and letting the past be in the past, and they're walking towards a brighter tomorrow, something that fills them up with more hope and joy, right? So what that is in this context, yeah, we'll see. Okay, we have the Devil, and we have the 7 of Cups. Okay, yeah, something like that. They're kind of wanting to move forward and make different choices. They believe they are not perfect, and that they have a lot of things to be working on, and they do. But the point is that they do want to make those difficult choices, leave certain things behind, and leave certain patterns behind as well. So if they have been toxic to someone in the past, then they don't want that to keep repeating. And when someone is being toxic towards someone, they themselves have a lot of wounding that they need to work towards, right? Some things to work on. It's just that people keep avoiding them and different people react in different ways. Some people inflict the pain and some people attract the pain and tolerate the pain, things like that, right? So I feel like they're getting rid of any non-productive coping mechanisms, so any addictions and obsessions, things that they used to mask their emotional pains with. This can again be negative self-talk or negative thought-provoking within themselves or in other people, or hurting other people in any way, or accepting more hurt than was necessary towards them, right? So it is different for everyone, of course. It depends on the personality as well. So take it as it resonates. But there are some past vibes that they are trying to walk away from. Okay, and these past habits have always kept them trapped from being their true self or uncovering their own potential. And once they deal with all of these things, they can really move forward and make certain choices. Then kind of the imagination opens up, the possibilities open up, right? So I feel like at the moment this is what they are like working on, and this is something they just have to do. They want to do. They want to, get this out of the way for once and for all. Okay, let's get you some more cards. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is again like working on things every day, doing the shadow work, doing the journaling, doing the meditation, whatever it is. If there is a certain routine that is going to help them, then that's what they're working on. Okay, so they're very diligent, and something in the past must have happened that triggered this type of behavior, this resolution within themselves that they must, get rid of certain habits. It could be something with you, but it can also be something related to past relationships which they do not want to repeat with you. Okay, so it depends if you have been together before with this person or not, but yeah, take it as it resonates. Okay, then we have Seven of Swords. They could have cheated or have been cheated on in the past, and that's as well one of the patterns that they're analyzing. Why do I want to run away, or do I still feel the need to escape something? Why am I being, under the radar, or am I having a lot of my guards up? Am I being too sneaky, not in a bad way, but in order to protect themselves? Are they putting up too many walls emotionally, mentally? Are they not sharing enough information with you? There's a lot of self-evaluation that is going on here, and it is all triggered from either the past or something right now that is triggering the past hurts, something like that. Okay, it's just the vibe that is coming to me. I can't think of exact situations. It's just a state of being for them as of now. Okay, then we also have the Ten of Wands. It can, again, this is a really heavy card, right? It's like carrying burdens, feeling responsible, having to carry a lot along a very, very long way, feeling alone along the way, wanting to get rid of the burdens, but not really knowing how because you feel overwhelmed at the same time, and so on and so forth. This could be describing their journey through all of these emotional muck that they are, combing through and trying to better themselves. It feels as though they have a lot of baggage to them, right? They would like to share it, but they're somehow not able to, let anyone help. And that's what it again goes back to. Why am I not able to do this, and what do I need to walk away from? Where do I keep stopping myself? Why do I keep stopping myself? Things like that. There is a lot of just heaviness and stress kind of going on. It's more mental than emotional, really. I don't feel it coming from an external source, but yeah, that's definitely there. So even if you try to convince them that, convince is a poor choice of words, but even if you show how you can really help them out with their burdens, even if you try to talk to them, they somehow are not able to express as much as they would like to, at least, because they still feel heavy about it. They haven't processed it completely, and they don't really know how to process it. That's what I'm feeling. But they're really trying, they want to get through this phase so that they can come to a much healthier state of being for you. And we have the Page of Swords. So they really want to get to know you. They want to talk with you a lot. They want to share ideas with you, learn about your opinions, share theirs. Preferably not very emotional. That's something that they are kind of a little bit reserved about right now. But with Page of Swords, it's kind of you get to talking, you start communicating, you listen to another person, and then the emotional connect can come afterwards. At least this is there. And if you guys are not in communication, then this is about them thinking about talking to you and kind of wondering what method would be best. It depends how you guys have separated. So discussions, debates, conversations, sharing of ideas. They want to learn a lot more about you. If this is a fresh connection, and this is like they want to learn everything. They're very curious about you, how you think, how you perceive things, etc. So they are very much interested in you, right? But they have a lot of personal things that are going on, which are more in the forefront of their mind. That's something that they are really desiring first, in order to, so they have the motivation of you. You being in their life is what is motivating them as well to keep going. Even if they had started working on this from before, you give them more reason to keep at it, right? So they appreciate that, and they also see you as someone who could share the load. It's just that they keep stopping themselves and they don't really know why, and then they try to work on it and blah blah blah. You get the picture, right? Okay, let's see more. Pile 3 viewers. Person's deepest desires towards pile 3, please. Okay, there you go. We have waning gibbous. Express. They want to express themselves, really. And if you've known them for a while, you could have noticed that from the beginning till now, basically, that their communication style or how much they express themselves has increased as well. Even though it is not really, full blown yet. It's just they're slow, they're kind of cagey with their emotions a little bit. It's just to protect themselves, and that they can get quite vulnerable, and they don't want to experience any more pain. So it makes sense, but I feel like they will get there, and they're making little steps anyway, right? Okay, just get to know them, talk to them, help them out if you can. If they ask, they might get, again, threatened. They're very quick on their feet, so they might scare easy, so be, careful about your moves. But apart from that, it's good. Okay. Pile 3's person's deepest desires towards pile 3, please. Okay. Get back to elemental. Again, this card came for pile 1, I think. But this talks about getting to the basics and getting to know someone from scratch. Okay, what are your likes and dislikes? What are your hobbies? Where did you go to school? How was childhood, etc., etc. Get to know the basics about a person. So that's what they're really curious about. They want to just get to know you very, very well before you start advancing forward. And we also have make a mission statement for your soul. This again talks about what they are going through personally. They have vowed to themselves that they are going to deal with the inner shadows before they get into the next relationship, I guess, or in a certain time period. It's different for everyone again. But the point is that they need to move on from things that hold them back emotionally, and from being able to express themselves very clearly to anybody, be it a partner or a friend or a sibling or any other family member, right? So that's something that they're very focused on, very ambitious about. And it feels like a long and heavy road. Again, the road is being emphasized here, and even in the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you can't see it, right? Yeah, the road over here is being emphasized. So it again makes me think of like, oh, it feels as though it's a very long journey, but it is definitely worth it. It's worth something, and you're walking towards the sun. Again, the Eight of Cups, right? She's also walking towards the sun, a brighter tomorrow. That's a goal that they have in mind, an emotional way of being, a way of functioning, basically, right? In relationships, in anything emotional. If they can't process their own emotions, how can they, give to anybody? So they realize that, and it's just a heavy phase in their life, I guess. But yeah, they will get through it, as long as they keep at it. So if you can, encourage it, right? Okay, then we have Lilith, which is raw, primal, subconscious, and repressions, again facing the shadows. That's more coming out the things that the very primal fears that they have of survival and safety and these type of topics, which makes them put on that cage around their heart or not. The questions of vulnerability and putting on boundaries. That's something that they're working on. And we also have midheaven, individuality, career, goals, and public life. So that's a bit of, this is their goal over here. Also, individuality is like they want to express themselves, not in the shadows and projections of their past and other influences, but rather as they themselves, right? So first of all, they have to get to know who that individual is, and then only they can embody it and project it out into the world, right? So they want to basically express themselves again towards you. And we also have descendant, shadow, denial, projections, and opposites attract. Yeah, you make them feel like you're like the exact opposite. They somehow feel as though you're lighter and brighter and you're not as bogged down. Doesn't mean that you don't have your problems, but you don't get stuck in them, right? So that shows them their own shadows and the parts that they have always like hidden away and pretended that it was okay, and so on and so forth, and kind of seeing how life has affected you versus how life affected them. And even though there are many similar journeys that you've gone through, both of you perceive things in a different way, right? So in that way, you guys are like opposites, and it is something that they can't really run away from, right? Because opposites attract in this situation. It's just showing the other side. And when you are on the opposite spectrum, anyone on any opposite spectrum will get triggered by the other side. And the point is that you reach a balance point. That's always something that we're trying to reach, right? So you cannot live a life without any problems. Meanwhile, someone lives a life of only problems. And to become aware of this much of an opposite reality that someone has lived, you can't help but be intrigued by what they have gone through and how they became the way they became, right? I don't know if you know what I mean. It's a little bit went a bit philosophical, but anyway, that's something I get. Okay, we have also Imam Koli, or the Nadir point, private self, home life, and childhood. Okay, so childhood shadows, inner child, working on the inner child, getting back to basics within them. That can also be talking about that. They might want to know about your childhood and upbringing and how that has impacted you, what importance the home life plays and how it has changed them, and therefore they come into awareness of the roots of their issues and when it began, and how can they work with it, basically, right? Heavy work. Okay, I'm gonna get you some charms now. Pile 3's person's deepest desires towards pile 3, please. Okay. Yes, so we have the heart here with the flowers. So, love blossoming. They kind of appreciate you a lot, and they think very highly of you. They respect you, and that's why they want to get to know you. That's why they, want to better themselves, actually. They want to heal their own heart as well. Okay? Then we have, where'd it go? Yes, we have the autumn leaf. So they're working on this transformation right now. autumn time is kind of Scorpio season, i.e. what is going on now. Regardless of where you're living at this time, there is that, kind of shedding of the old, and there is death and rebirth and transformation and evolution and stepping out of your own shadows, becoming aware of the shadows so that you work through them, you work with them, and then you get out of them much stronger and ready for the new tomorrow that you're trying to build. You can then get deeper awareness within yourself, which comes in Sagittarius season, and then you can start working on that new dream. You have a clear vision of where you're headed, so you're going to work through all the shadows in order to get to that dream and create a long-lasting change within your lifestyle, right? So that's the season that's going on, and that's how they are behaving as well. That's what they are wanting as well. It's really nice, right? Which means that come springtime, they might actually be ready for new love, right? And we do have flower there, and flowers start blossoming in spring, so that could be a likely time that you guys have a stronger advancement. They might express themselves a lot more, they might want to be with you, or make their intentions much clearer. They themselves will be much clearer in their minds. That's why they're able to come towards you like that. Okay, we also have the bat. Gives me a little bit of the devil vibe, the shadows again, what lies in the caves, and it may seem scary and sudden, and it might feel like you have to be flighty like the Seven of Swords, but it's really just another creature. It of course has its own identity and a different way of living, but it is another creature, another part of this world anyway, right? So just because it comes alive in the night and you don't see it in the mornings doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So they're making peace and accepting the different parts of themselves that live within them, the past that has made them to who they are today. But by acceptance, they don't need to be governed by that type of behavior anymore, right? So there is a form of the shadows coming alive, and the shadows still coexisting within the same nature, within the same person, right? It's just a different aspect. And then it is not so scary anymore. They don't try to run away. It's just they're fine with it then, right? So that's something they're trying to achieve, basically. Okay? And of course, simultaneously getting to know you. We already covered that, but that's majorly what's on their hearts and minds at the moment. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pile 3. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this brings you a lot more clarity than you had in the beginning. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box in the comment below. Feel free to check out any of my other videos. They're all there on my channel, all different genres. Pick whatever you want. And I will see you in some of my other readings. Until then, take care. Bye. Hi Pal 4, welcome to your reading. We'll see what your person's deepest desires are towards you. Okay, we have the Temperance and we have Knight of Cups. So yeah, they want to take you out on a date and they want to be like yin and yang with you. They want to be your counterpart. They want to be balancing you out. They want you to balance them out as well. Just have that very easy, free flow type of interaction. They are very romantic at heart, and they have very romantic intentions towards you. Obviously, as if that was not clear already. They're kind of like the knight in shining armor, or they would like to be like that for you. Not that you need saving or anything, it's just a gentlemanly thing in their mind, and they would like to be like that. Whether they're male or female, right? They're very courteous, they're courageous, charismatic, and they want to just sweep you off your feet, basically, with the Knight of Cups. But at the same time, they also want to be grounded and nurturing and be loved and be appreciated. And yeah, there has to be that give and take kind of going on from both sides. And you're able to have fun together, but you're also able to relax and be silent with each other, right? So there is a sobering and calm quality to this as well. It's a union type of vibe, right? The sun and the moon are not, they are separate identities, and they are independent, but at the same time they are dual in nature, right? So the divine feminine and the divine masculine, they are very distinct. They have their own qualities, but somehow they are intertwined together. So that's a type of intertwining they would like with you. Wow, okay. Nice. Very intense. But not in a scary way, not in a very powerful or intimidating way. It's just so calm, soothing, and tranquil, but so deep at the same time. Okay, we have 10 of Cups. This is like ultimate, happy family, happy times, sunny days, blue skies, having a picnic or a wonderful walk in the park, just, emotional bliss and fulfillment, a state of peace, a happy being, That's what they want with you. They want to experience this. They want to be happy with you and stay that way, where everything, the world around them, kind of feels much brighter. They're very idealistic. Wow, very idealistic. As I'm describing this, I'm like, wow, why am I getting all poetic? But then I notice the Knight of Cups, and that's a poet at heart, by the way, right? Very gooey, romantic, and is not going to be afraid to express themselves. So they totally want to be expressing themselves with you, and you with them. But it's not something that is an expectation that you should be just as poetic or dramatic as them. But they definitely will be treating you very good, yeah, to say the least. Okay, then we have 5 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Swords, okay, and finally, no wait, there are 2 more cards. Wow, you got a lot of cards. We have the King of Cups. Oh, okay. 3 Cups. And we also have the 3 of Wands. Okay. I'm gonna put this here, and I will put this over here because somehow that's what's making sense to me. Okay. So they have felt lost and alone before. They have felt as though, they can't be loved, or that they cannot find love, or it's just not going to happen, and they just have to be with themselves, right? But even if they went through a low phase in life, they did not really lose hope, because once again, they are dreamers at heart, right? They do not lose hope just like that. So because they had that little bit of a light and spark within themselves, they were able to reopen their heart, right? They have gone through heartbreak, they have gone through, past relationships as well. And if you guys have been together before, then this is talking about the struggles and separations that you guys went through. And it was very painful and hurtful, but they didn't allow all of this to close off their heart or their love towards you, right? They saw them as a difficult time, a trying time, a painful experience, but they did not equate that to, okay, then, shut off their heart and never feel again, because they are romantics at heart. They can't just shut off their feeling nature. They are going to have that. So what they did instead was transcended the pain. They did not let that pain stop them. There was no limit then, and therefore there was no other way but to become much wiser in terms of their appreciation for the better things in life, right? So more compassionate, more empathetic, more understanding, more listening, more caring, more giving, more open to receiving the true love, the true friends, the true companionships and relationships that existed, right? They made way by decluttering. They took it as a decluttering, and because of this very positive mindset, they are now able to still be expressive towards you, and they want to be more expressive towards you, and they are looking forward to, expressing more of this side of themselves for you. And they will really embody the characteristics of the Knight and the King of Cups, I feel. Very loving, very loving. Like, that will not be a question for you. And they will make it very clear. They will show it in their gestures, not just the words, in the things that they do for you. And they will want to deeply connect with you. It's not just about going to a movie and then having drinks afterwards, right? It is also about having more intimate conversations and getting to know the low phases of life, the painful parts, and also knowing about the happy times that have uplifted both of you, right? That's the whole thing. Like, you share the little details that to another person it might seem insignificant, but when you want to actually get to know someone, these are the little things that you want to know about, right? So that's what they want with you. My God, this person. Wow. Very nice, very nice. Okay, pile 4's person's deepest desires towards pile 4, please. And they might also want to talk about how their past experiences have shaped them, how they have come to this emotional understanding. Yeah, they really value the low points in life, really. They have a positive mindset overall. They see the brightness in everything. Pile 4's person's deepest desires towards pile 4. They want you to be really happy as well, of course. Pile 4's person's deepest desires towards pile 4. And for you to be able to express yourself with them freely. So they would like to make you feel comfortable. Okay, yeah, we got the waning gibbous express, not surprising. And we also have dream, which is the whole dreaminess, illusory, kind of the subtle, the spiritual, when the subconscious is active, the emotions are at an all-time high. We have that REM sleep there. Yeah, so they're definitely dreamers and romantics over there, and they have a very idealistic nature, and they dream of a very idealistic future with you. Hopefully it isn't, I don't think it is in a naive way. Okay, so that's good, but just be, careful that certain wishes that they have might be a little bit too, I don't know what is too much, not really, but too optimistic, basically, right? So that usually does happen when you're very much in touch with the water sign, especially like Cancer or Pisces. Then they can get lost in a bit of a dreamy state and believe, because Neptune rules Pisces, right? So illusions comes with it. You can take it into the illusory sense, but you can also take it as a vision, an aspiration, something you strive towards, something you maintain, a principle, things like that. Right, so it can be taken in both ways, and it really depends on the maturity of the person. But because I see the King of Cups, I would say that it is in a mature way. Their dreams are not ungrounded. Okay, pile 4. Pile 4's person's deepest desires towards pile 4, please. Oh my God, you're not gonna believe this. You are living poetry. Wow. They might rewrite a poem or, some music for you, about you. It can really happen. Okay, so they're really like insane romantics. Okay, lead your metamorphosis. Yeah, that's the whole unshackling yourself from past limitations and things that you have felt before. You let that make you into a newer tomorrow rather than bog you down and keep you stuck in a certain place, right? So if you are going through a tough time, they want to help you through the transformation because they know what that would feel like, and they have a very strong sense of empathy, and they want you to be happy, basically, right? They want you to keep evolving. They want themselves to keep evolving, and that's why this harmonious kind of give and take that we're seeing with the temperance there. And basically all the time, because you're in moderation, because you are flowing very well with each other, you are in a constant state of bliss as well. So you are living poetry. There are ebbs and flows, there are ups and downs, and there are like some repeated lessons, some things you need to work through, some things that need expression, some elaboration. All the things that a poetry consists of, something that makes you feel, that's what life itself is, right? So you are living it, you are being it. That's their mindset. Again, a very broad and all encompassing, it's very conscious, and a love for all that is, basically. It's very romantic, of course. Not in the love and romance kind of way, just the romantic as in nature. That's very much their style, very idyllic. Okay. And yeah, they have the similar dreams for you guys together as well. They hope for a very optimistic future for both of you. Three of Wands is like looking forward to being with you, talking to you. They remember you in their heart. They feel very deeply towards you, of course. Yeah. Okay. More cards, please. Pile 4 is person's deepest desires towards Pile 4. All things elusive, that's what the dream thing here is, the moon peak. Things that you can't really touch, you can't really grasp. It's like a literal dream. You don't really know what it is, where it is, and how you can access it. You don't know much about it, but yet it is real. It's just a different realm, right? They kind of want to be transported. My point was that they want to be transported whenever they are with you. They are just with you. They pay a lot of attention to you. Or at least they would like to pay more attention. It depends on what your situation is. If you are not able to get as much time together, then that's something that they dream of and they hope to achieve. And yeah. Okay, Pile 4's person's deepest desires towards Pile 4. Okay, we have South Node, past life, comfort, resource, instinct, and familiar. Of course, they feel as though you are connected from the past lives. And then we have Aries, which is a fire cardinal, so a lot of passion and fire, and they have a lot of drive and ambition as well to come towards you, take initiatives and help you out, guide you, kind of show you the way. They have worked through a lot of these hurdles as well. Aries goes forward despite any hurdles, right? Because of its courage and the they're just very brave and courageous. They always take initiative and they're not afraid to try new things, and that's what gets them very far, right? They're very action oriented as well. So if they like you, they're gonna do something about it. Okay, they're not going to make you uncomfortable, so they will bide their time, but they're not going to dilly-dally, they're not going to hold themselves back, and once they start expressing, they're not going to, stop. Basically, you're gonna have to tell them, okay, I am convinced you do like me, stop. It does happen. Some people just keep going. Very passionate, and that's not going to be a complaint either, right? Okay. Then we also have Cancer, of course. They can be a Cancer sign with a lot of water there, and the optimism, I would not be surprised if they really are Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And the Cancer is represented by the crab, right? It has a hard shell, but it has a very tender heart. So they are careful about where they expend their energy, but they don't block themselves from expressing it really. The hard shell, they put it on just for protection, but once they know that they can trust someone, or they really like someone, they're not going to be afraid to express more of them. Right, the very soft and gooey nature that they have. They're very sensitive and very loving and caring as well, just like all the court cards that we talked about. So they have very soothing and calming, loving intentions towards you as well. Yeah. Okay. I was trying to see if I get anything more. Okay. Let's move on to the charms. Pile 4 viewers, please. What are their person's deepest desires towards this? Okay. Okay, we have the airplane here, so if some of you are far apart, that then they want to travel towards you or come towards you again. This can be also about they want to go places with you. They might like traveling and they would like to share that experience with you as well, right? So that's something there. Okay, make a journey. Then we have the owl here with the heart, so I feel like that's talking about intuition, kind of. They have a wise heart, basically. The owl represents wisdom, awareness, being able to see through the darkness, through the pain, through any shadows, and always coming from a place of love, basically. Yeah, it's a very sincere type of love that they want with you. They're not kidding around here. That's very nice. Okay. And we also have the horseshoe there. So luck, fortune. They want to feel like a lucky charm for you. They want also fate and destiny to be on your side, for your unity's side, right? So kind of universe work with you in order to make the date go as perfectly as they are planning, or to have the things flow as smoothly as they would like it to. Because they're idealistic, they do depend a lot on the universe's give as well, right? So that's something that they wish and hope for, like fingers crossed, let's hope this works out, something like that. Okay, we also have this crown here. It says princess, so oh wow, we have the knight in shining armor card, the knight of cups, and we have the princess, damsel in distress. Oh goodness, yeah. If you have any trouble, they're gonna be excited to come to your rescue. Okay, that's a dream scenario for them. Again, not that you need saving, but if you need help and you ask it from them, oh, they are going to go the whole 9 yards and they're gonna get it to you. Okay. And we have the winky face star as well. So, you wish for the moon and the stars and they're gonna try and get it for you. Yeah, they're very giving, really. And they're very fun as well, very charming, jovial, and they're just gonna be very bright. Their personality is very attractive, and they find you to be a shining star in their eyes, so you're all glimmering and wonderful and gorgeous for them. So they really wish to be with you in the future if they haven't been already, or they are at some sort of separation, whatever the complication is at the moment. They do wish for you, basically, to have you in their life. And if you guys have been together and there is a separation, they're kind of remembering about how life was better with you around and how things used to work out much easier, so you might feel like a lucky charm to them. And they kind of are realizing your worth now, basically, with the princess card there, right? After they have become wiser in their heart. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pile 4. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. Feel free to check out any of my other readings. They're all there on my YouTube channel. There are many different genres, so you can pick whatever you like. And I will see you in some of my other readings. Until then, take care. Bye.